life. Thank you for everyone here, Lord, as you're going to attend this lesson. May you please come and be ahead of us. Help us to understand. Help our teacher to teach well with your spirit guiding him. In Jesus' mighty name I've prayed and believed. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Amen.
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 Okay. Allow me to maintain some order in the room. Okay. So last time we were looking at gradients. So those are the things that we were looking at. And today we are going to look at the same thing. However, our focus today is going to be on drawing linear graphs from the equations, determining the intercepts. Those are the key things that we are going to look at in today's lesson. Like I requested you already, you need to have a pencil, you need to have a ruler, you need to have a graph book, such that you can be able to draw the graphs. So today's focus is drawing of linear graphs. And when they talk about linear means straight, something straight, a line. So that's what we are going to look at. But before we go there, we have a simple activity. We have an activity here that I want us to start with as we remind ourselves on what we looked at. Can I have just one person to raise up the hand? We are going to do part A together, and then part 2, you'll be able to do it on your own. So any volunteer who wants to take us? Okay, Patricia, no problem.
Okay. So we are doing A. Gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And
Continue.
well, from there, our 1 will be the y2, and then A will be y1. Then 2 will be x2, and then 3 will be x1.
Okay. Then what is our gradient?
1.
1. Let's move members. We are on this step. We say the first thing always you do, first label your coordinates. Let one be x1, another one y1, x2, y2. But the order doesn't matter. You can start with x2, y2, x1, y1, as long as you have filled in correctly. What is another important thing that always you must have y out of x. So it is always y out of x. Okay, let's continue. So you shall have 1 minus a out of?
-1.
-1 is equal to 1, okay?
So you multiply both sides by -1.
Okay.
So -1 times 1 is -1. It's equal to 1 minus a.
Okay. Okay.
So let's see. We take the 1 away from a. I think.
Okay. So shall
minus 1.
okay.
That's -2 equal to negative a, and divide by the negative. So a will be equal to 2.
Thank you. Thank you. That is good. So that's how we attempt such numbers of that nature. Yes, Tasha, you have something?
Yes, like on number 1, I was also working out by myself.
Okay.
But I didn't like use the same things she did.
Okay.
So mine was y2 minus y1 out of x2 minus x1. So so 1 is equals to, like, gradient. 1 is equals to
1 is equal to
a minus 1
a minus 1.
out of 3 minus 2.
Okay.
So it's equals to 1 is equals to a minus 1 out of 1. So we multiply both sides by 1. So we shall get 1 is equals to a minus 1. So we add, like, to remove the 1 from a minus 1, we add 1 on both sides. So 2 is equals to a.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Welcome.
good. Okay, so for her, what she has done, for her, instead of, she labeled her points differently. So she started with this as x2, y2, x1, y1. So that's how she labeled her points. So that's how you are supposed, you can do any of the either methods, they yield the same answers. So now I want you to keep this number in your book. It is the first assignment we shall do after the lesson. So keep it somewhere. You'll try it at a later time. Let me hope now we're on the same page and we can start. Are we good to start? You can just type in the chat that yes, we can now start. Are we good to start? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I think we are good to start. Samsung, what are you saying?
Teacher, I'm asking, what is another name of a slope? Because
A
I
slope?
didn't attend the last math
Oh,
lesson.
okay, it is called gradient.
Okay.
Gradient,
So it
yeah.
represents M.
Yeah, we use M.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, okay. Okay, now allow me to remove this and then we start. Someone. Now, Rebecca, Miriam, you can be unmuting as I clean the board. So be ready with your graph books.
Teacher,
Yes.
teacher, I've not understood.
Which part, which part, which part?
Teacher A.
Yeah. Yes. Like where haven't you understood? Which area?
Teacher, where have you got the one from?
The one is here. They told that the slope is equal to 1. And we said the slope means gradient. It's the second one. Hope
Okay,
this
thank you,
fine.
teacher.
Okay. Now, I want you to look at these graphs very well. We are going to have one look at those graphs very well. Before you don't write anything, no need to write. I want you to look at those graphs, A, B, C. I want you to type in the chat what you think went wrong on each of those graphs. Look at the answer this person obtained. But let me check. I'm not going to use someone's name. Check. Look at A, B, and C. In fact, we are going to, you can even raise up the hand. I want you to look at them very well. Ask yourself, which mistake did this person do? What went wrong? Are the answers correct or are the answers wrong? So you tell us A and then you explain. Yes. The first person, Davinia.
I'm explaining for A.
Okay.
For A, the gradient they have said is 4 out of 2, of which when we are finding gradient, it is change in height out of horizontal distance. So here, our change in height is 2 and the horizontal distance is 4. So it is wrong because they have used the change in height as 4.
Okay, very good. Thank you. That is correct. We go to Kenish. Oh, Kenish's hand is down. Oh, okay. Okay, Tasha, you can explain.
2B, eh?
Yes.
Like, I think B is correct because when you're getting gradient, it is rise over run, and the rise is 4, and then the run is 2, where the gradient is 2.
Okay, thank you for trying. Tasha, thank you for trying. Something is still missing. Something is still missing. I don't know that you are
What?
thinking.
Let me first observe.
Okay. Okay. Trisha. Yes, people in the chat, you can be telling us on part B mainly. Trisha, unmute.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
the raise is Tasha was right. The raise is 4 and
Mm-hmm.
the run is 2.
Okay.
It's
You're also
correct.
supporting Tasha. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Patricia.
Okay, sir. From my okay, the way I see the graph, as in like from 4, I mean like if you follow it very well, 42, like how do I say, the 2 is supposed to be, I think, a negative because you're moving the left hand side of that, and yeah, the height is 4, but I think I disagree with the 2.
Okay, perfect. That is what Tasha missed. Yes, when you look at the gradient, when you look at the movement, you can either move like this and then you go up to meet this point, or you can decide to move down and you move like this. So the gradient can't be a positive. So that was the mistake. And we say that whenever you see a line coming like this, your gradient will always be negative. Whenever the line is going vertically like that, in this diagonal like that, always it will be a positive. So that was the mistake, Tash, that you are making. The rest was okay, but you didn't see that, the negative on that. Then Grace, Patsy.
Sir, I'm requesting for. I didn't understand B. I've not understood, and I wasn't there in the previous lesson.
I can explain.
Okay.
Okay, like B, if you look at it very well, you can easily see that the person who was moving like had to go like the opposite direction, not the right hand side but the left hand side. It's either the bad thing, I can't use arrows, but the person who has asked the question, I'm sure you can see Sir's arrows how they are going. So like you have to go to the left hand side, and if you're going to the left it's a negative, then upwards it's a positive. So the gradient cannot be a positive, it's actually meant to be a negative.
Very good. So this person is coming down a hill. And we say that whenever someone is coming down a hill, that person will have a negative because he doesn't use a lot of energy. When someone is climbing a hill, like for part A and part C, then we say it is a positive. Okay, then the last one, I want someone to tell us part C.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Part C. Okay. Patsy?
So
Yes.
I think Patsy is correct.
Okay. Okay. Though you have not given us the reason why you think.
Okay. Because first of all, the slope is a positive and the arrows have to go to the right hand side. And for them going to the right hand side, it is a positive. And
Okay.
our rise is 3, our run is 2. The answer is 1.5.
Okay, good. Looking in the chat, Audrey was saying, is the answer supposed to be a negative? That was okay. B is negative. Megan, Keisha, yeah, okay, okay. I think now it is okay. So please, always, you need to be very observant such that you pass those arrows. So that was the gradient, and that was, yes. Yes. So, but when you look at part C, everyone has failed it. Reason being, you were not observant enough on part 3. Part 3, the scale was changed. So when you look at part 3, you can notice that the scale is different. So when you look at part 3, I don't know whether you are seeing it very well, everyone. Our scale for part 3, this is 2, this is 2, and this is 2. So meaning that from here up to here, it is okay, you have 2 units. But vertically here, you don't have 3. So in the chat, you type for me, what do you think is the distance from here up to here? Type in the chat and I look at the answers. Good. Audrey, that is okay. Tasha, Zanita, yes. Yes. So that was Sissy, Emily, Anita. Yes, that is very okay. That is very okay. Okay. I think now we can move on.
Yes, teacher.
So the first thing, I want you to first write the first activity. Like I told you, we are using graph. We are using graph books. Those who don't have graph books, you improvise. Just be creative. You can even draw that graph in your book, no problem. Those who cannot afford that, I don't know what we are going to do. Okay. Yeah. But that's what we are doing. Yes, Samara. Shafiq,
So
come first.
just join. I'm not understanding what you are on.
Okay, no, we are first writing the activity. Then we are going to do it. Yes, Samara.
Yes, teacher, sorry about that. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Teacher, I wanted to ask about the other slope or the gradient you're saying on number 3.
Yes.
There's something that confused me a bit on that part of, like, take for instance, as you're saying on the sloping side, like it was not meant to be 3. So you're telling me that as we're doing the run can determine how much or how the scale would be. Because if you're
Yeah.
saying so, now what about, like, take for instance B? Because
B.
now
Now,
B, we
when
had
you look at
started
B, like, are you looking the steps? The steps is 1, 1, 1, 1. But when you look at part C, the steps are 2, 2, 2, 2 in between.
So, teacher, depending on where the lines, that's where the run is starting. That's how you can determine how the rise would be.
Yes, where the line is that. But like we say, for these ones, any triangle you draw along that line will give you the same answer. So for you, it doesn't. Now for these ones, just because I was specific, but for any triangle you could come up with, you could get the same answer.
Okay.
I don't know that you're getting it.
I'm getting it, but there's this part that's confusing me. So take for instance, now, for example, like A. A, we started from now 1, counting the rise. So actually we started from, like, let me say 0.3.
Okay.
Like, yeah, this
For
point
A,
of 3 of F.
yes. Now for A, I can decide to start from here. Are you seeing this point?
Yes.
Up to here. Then what I do, I draw my triangle. I can draw it in that way. Or I can decide to draw it like this. Now, when you look at A, from here, the rise is 2. There are 2 boxes, and each box is 1 unit. When I come horizontally, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll have 4. So still the answer I'll have 2 out of 4, which is the same thing with this. I'll have 2 out of 4.
But then, teacher, I've gotten now something. The main question I'm asking, is the number determined by the number of boxes that allow it, or that allow us to get the rise and the run?
Yes, it depends on the scale being used on those boxes. So even at times you may find them using 3, 6, 9. So for this one, it means that every box, its length or width for this box is 3.
Okay, I've seen that point. I think I was not looking at the gradient well, but what the thing that was just confusing my mindset, yeah? Like starting from this point, when you started from 2, the thing that confused me is how you are saying 2 times this, 2 times this, 2 times this. So in actual sense, in between the space the person was covering, like, let me say the run would have been the rise would have been now cover that times 2, right?
Yeah.
So 3 steps times 2 then equals to the 6 that we are getting. Okay, teacher. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. Now we are going to start on this activity, determining the gradient. Now, the first thing you need to know that now at this level, at times they don't give you the range of points. And at times they give you the range of the points. So how do you do it? I'm doing for you now 1. We are doing 1, then you are going to draw the rest of the tables. So what you do in senior 1, you looked at how we draw lines. So I expect everyone. So always come up with a simple table. So for me here, I'm going to dictate that we can use from -4 less or equal to x up to 4. So we can use from -4 to 4. So I'll start from -4. I'll have x, -4, -3, -2. Oh, but these ones are many. 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So come up with your simple table of that nature. Now, after coming up with your simple table, you'll have the y value. So we are plotting, I want to get the x values of A. So I have my equation, y is equal to x minus 4. Now, what do? I'm going to come to my x values and I start choosing them. The first value is negative for this one. I'll come to my equation I put. So I'll have -4 minus 4. Which answer do we have in the chat quickly? In the chat, which answer do you have for the first one when you put -4? Yes. Okay, -8. Good. So here we shall have -8. Can you put the next one? When we have y is equal to x minus 4, when you put -3, I'll have -3 minus 4, which answer, very good, -7. Okay, can we continue? We put -2. Okay, good. Okay, that is good. Continue to put the rest. Put -1. Oh, so this is 4. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Can we complete the table? Complete the table. Complete your table. Complete that table. Everyone. Yes, someone was asking the rise. Rise is like going upwards. It's like going upwards vertically. Then a run is a horizontal. Horizontal walking is what we call a run. So we are completing the table, but please, you first follow up here. We are going to get there. You are going to catch up slowly. So complete the table. Can someone who has completed the table raise the hand and tell us what you have for what is remaining? Okay. Sheila. Yes. Oh, sorry, Sheila. Failing to get Sheila.
Yes, teacher. -5, -4, -5, -4. I'm done with all those ones.
Oh, I want someone who has completed. Aaron. Okay, thank you,
I have
Sheila.
-3,
Okay.
-2,
Okay.
-1, and 0.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Can we go on, members? Hope we're on the same page. In case we are leaving you behind. Joy Tima. Joy Tima. Joy Tima, can you have your hand up? Where is Joy? Joy, unmute.
Yes.
What is confusing you?
Okay, my network disconnected when you were explaining.
Oh, so we are saying we are filling in the first equation, and we want to get the x and the y values. We want to draw this line. So we are filling the x values into this equation. Where there is x is where you put the value.
Okay.
Okay. Can we go on? Those who have finished, extract your points. Extract your points and then plot that line. Yes, Grace.
Okay, what I'm not understanding, how do you know the x coordinates?
Oh, now like for x coordinates, feel free to use any of your choice, but always have some negatives and some positives whenever they don't give you. Is that okay? Yes. So always for you, you choose what you want whenever they don't give you. But make sure you are considerate, you have some negatives and positives. Okay. So plot that line. Plot that line. Yes, Shafiq.
What you are saying, we just choose. What if I choose the coordinates in 100 there, 80 there?
Now,
Is it also
that's what
possible?
I'm saying. You need to be a bit calculative. That when you choose 80, will you be able to draw it?
Oh,
So
what
for
if
you,
I
choose
choose?
something that can fit on the graph.
Okay, what if I choose 80s? Then I make the scale which is appropriate.
it is okay. But remember, the more you use bigger values, the more the graph becomes hard for you to draw. So when you use 80, you'll find yourself getting, let me say 86. So you may fail to get the scale very well, but it is also fine. You get the same answer. But the more you use bigger values, the harder it will be for you.
Okay,
But
thank
it
you.
is very correct. But always better use small values. Okay. So I expect you to extract and plot -4, -8. I'm going to lose my work. Yeah, but please plot. Let me see whether I can also go to my graph and I plot that line. This is my graph. I'm going to do the plotting of the first line. Do the first line. I've already drawn my graph and I'm going to plot very well the points. So please plot very well. I hope everyone knows how to plot. Because it's not fitting, like mine is not going to fit, but I know the points that I'm going to plot. So I have -2, -6. It is not fitting. My graph is a bit small. -1, -5. It is fitting. It's going to be here. 0, -4. It is a point here. 1, -3. It is a point here. Yes. So kindly plot. Let me remove this table such that my graph is also organized like yours. Yes. Let me hope we are on the same page. We are plotting. Plot the graph. In case we are leaving you, you let us know. So my graph, looking at how things are going, it is coming like this. Is everyone's graph like that? This point is crucial. You can tell us in the chat that mine is coming out. Our graph's coming out like that. Oh, Hitha, is it Hitha? Hitha, where are you lost? Raise up the hand because we don't want to leave anyone. Cubs, where are you lost? Yes?
Like drawing the graph, yes?
Have you finished to get the points? Yes, we are plotting dear members. So after doing so, I want you to come, use a ruler. I'm failing to get my ruler here. I had a ruler, but I'm failing to locate where that ruler is. So for you, get your ruler and draw a good line. Get your ruler and draw a good line. Get your ruler and draw a good line. So mine is going to come. Use the ruler. Use the ruler, members. Don't use the freehand. Yes. And then after label that this is your graph for y is equal to x minus 4. Kindly, I want you to let me know whether everyone is on the same page. Are we on the same page? Kindly unmute. Are we on the same page?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have
Okay.
got the sum.
Okay. Okay.
No,
I'm asking.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Some are there, some are not yet there. Okay.
Sir,
So
I'm asking something.
okay, ask.
What if I get the question, I get a certain question, then I try to generate the points, then on plotting, I don't get the straight line.
Then it means it is wrong.
It means the question is wrong.
No, your working is wrong. As long as the question is the linear graph, you must get a line. So that's why I'm saying you use small letters. So there is a mistake you have made. Yes, Grace? Grace, unmute.
I've got it.
Okay. Miriam, I want to go to the next.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Teacher, are we using the table, the coordinates in the table to plot the graph?
Yes, those are the coordinates we are using. Those are the coordinates we are using. Those are the, yes. I think we had something like this. These are the coordinates for me I copied. There were many. Yes. Okay. Let me first. Okay, now we are going to the second graph. We are going to the second graph. I'm going to take you back. That is the first graph. I expect you now to be on that, to have a line. So let us go to the second one. Now the second one, we are going to do the same. We are going to do the same. Since we started with our points negative what? We go back to the table. Go back to your table. Then in your table, include your X, include your Y. So last time we started from -4 to 4, which was a bit big, but it is okay. For you, you draw your thing. 1, 2, 3, up to when you reach 4. Then we are on part B. So we have Y is equal to 2X plus 3. And therefore, we are going to first work out the first value, which is -4. So I'll come and say 2 times -4 plus 3. I'll have 2 times -4 is -8 plus 3. I end up with, tell me the chart, what do we end up with? -5. Thank you, Audrey. Okay. Okay. Okay, finished. Oh, people have finished this one. Oh. Okay. Okay, Now, can we keep on substituting? Can we keep on substituting? Can we keep on substituting? Now put in -3, put in -3 and get the next values. Put in -3 and get the next values. So 2, remember you first deal with this. 2 times -3 is -6 plus 3. And you end up with that answer I'm saying in the chart. Thank you, Audrey. Okay, thank you. Is it chess? Something like that. Okay, thank you. Oh, Cruz, I think it is your size. Yes, the person, Lena Cruz, I think the work is there. So let's complete the table, and have all the values put. Complete the table. I'm going to be calling out someone to tell us what you have throughout the table. So let's complete. Tasha, have you finished?
Yes, sir.
Even plotting?
No, I'm starting to plot right now.
Okay. Tasha, tell us the first two, these ones, of -2 and -1. What do you have?
-2 and -1. I have -1 and 1.
Okay, good. Elvis, tell us the next two you are getting.
Yes, I have 3 and 5.
3 and 5. Okay, thank you. Okay. Elvis complete. Oh, no. Okay, Elvis complete.
I have 7, 9. And okay, the last one. The last one is
2 times 3 is 6 plus 4. It's 10.
11.
Are we safe? Elvis, are we safe?
Things 4 plus 3.
11, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Now the rest, be checking yourself. Shafiq.
Sir, it's negative 11, not 11.
Oh, Sharif, which part are you on?
I'm on the last one. I'm saying the last one.
Oh, okay. For the last one, it is. No, like, Sharif, are you substituting here? Or you on number part C?
I'm on C.
Oh, no, we are still on B.
Okay.
Hey. So the rest, let's complete and then we plot. Oh, the last number was 11. Okay, good. Now let us plot. We are plotting. Plot. Today I'm not going to plot. Today I'm not plotting. Extract your values. But those who have finished to plot, kindly you can share photo in the chat. You can share. Yes.
For me, I have different answers.
Where?
Okay, like here, 2, like I have 2 times 2 because it's 2x, where there is 2. I have 2 times 2 plus 3, so it is 4 plus 2, which is 6. I have
2 times 2
is 4
plus 3,
which is plus 3 7. Okay, first, so it's
So I'm done plotting.
Is it possible for you to share a photo in the chat?
So I've got it.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone who can share a photo for the rest to check out. So let's plot. And the last number, you are doing it on your own. Part C. Those who have finished, go and draw the line part C on your own. On the same graph, we are drawing everything on the same graph. And the only hands I'm going to be expecting it's going to be for those people who have finished. When you finish to draw the graph, to plot, you just raise up your hand. We want to see that one, but make sure you have them. Don't deceive.
Negative 5.
Do you have them? Oh, thank you, network. We are not getting you.
I have them.
Oh, is it possible for you to share a photo?
In the chat?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Okay. Okay. Jemima, Jaden, we said we are drawing on the same axis. So, but it is okay. It is okay. Those who have drawn on different graphs, it is okay. Don't mind. Natasha, you are lost? Natasha, saying your comment that you are lost. Natasha, tell us. Natasha, tell us. Natasha is not me. Natasha. Okay, Natasha, I want to, Angel, have you finished? Are the numbers coming out? And Shona?
So we're still working it out.
But are they coming out?
Yes.
Okay. Rina, a number is coming out. Rina, okay. Rina is not unmuting. Sarah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. Sarah, the number is coming out.
Yes.
Okay. Dorothy. Dorothy. Okay. Yes, Miriam. Miriam Grace.
So,
Yes.
those coordinates from the x-axis, we just guess them.
No, no, yes, now those ones you can just use a range, yeah? Use the range of your choice.
Okay.
Is that
Is it
okay?
a must that
Is it a must that?
is it a must that they are supposed to be negative?
No,
Like they are
you
supposed to
can,
be negative.
yeah, okay. For your graph to balance well, better to have some negatives and some positives.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Nairobi, we are plotting the third graph members.
Sir,
Yes.
the graph is not, the straight line for part B is not coming.
Where on these coordinates we have Nairobi. These coordinates we have. Yes.
We have it is for y-axis, for x-axis, we have -4 and 5.
-5.
And -3 and 3.
No, they are negative.
-5.
Yes, all of them are negative.
All of them?
Yes. Are you seeing the table?
For I'm having -4.
That's why now you made an error. Remember, you had 2x plus 3. So when you put -4, you'll have 2 times -4 plus 3. 2 times -4 is -8 plus 3, which gives you -5. Is that okay?
Okay.
So that's where the error is.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Has everyone finished? Okay. Then the last one, Grace.
So, me, I'm using a book. I don't have a graph book. So I'm requesting for those people with graph books to help share what they have got so that we see whether what we have tried out is correct.
Okay, okay, good. Yeah, someone had promised to share a photo. Hey, there is a photo. Elvis has shared some photo. I'm also going to share my beautiful photo very soon, but first complete yours. Okay, now I'm just checking whether everyone has finished with the third graph. Do we have the graphs? But most importantly, you must be ready with the 2 graphs. Just type in the chat. Anyone, those who have finished the 2 graphs, just type in the chat that, yeah, I've finished. Okay, Trisha, not yet. The 2 graphs mainly. Yeah, finished, yeah. The third graph, you can add it on. Good enough, you have the concepts, yes. People have finished. Okay, okay. Angel finished, Natasha finished, Shona finished, Eunice. Okay, I think we are there. I think we are there. We can now go to the next task. Make sure at least you have a graph. That is the most important thing. Make sure you have one of the lines drawn. Okay, now we are going to the next task. The next task is here. So I've drawn mine, and mine are like that. Those are mine. Anyone who has work close to mine, in case you look at your graphs and are like that, kindly just type in the chat that they look the same. That. So I want to see those who have graphs of my nature. Same. Okay, good. Same, they look the same. Okay. Okay, good. Now, the next task, I want you to find for me the gradient of each of those lines. Everyone, I'm going to put letters. So first, look at your graph and find. I'm putting this one is going to be A, this one is going to be B, and this one is going to be C. Yes, so in the chat, you are going to type for me, A, I've got this as my gradient. B, I've got this as my gradient. C, I've got this as my gradient. But for the case, just to hope those who are not around last time, we say that when we are obtaining the gradient of any line, come on your graph. Take an example, this is my graph. I'm going to draw a right-angled triangle. So you can decide to start from any point. So I can start from here up to here. So I draw my right-angled triangle like this along my line. Then this one, the vertical one, is what you call a rise. Then this one down is what you call a run. So you count, how many units do you have for a rise? That I have 2. How many do I have for a run? That I have 1. So to find the gradient, I'll say rise divided by the run. So our rise is 2 divided by 1, which is 2, meaning that the gradient for this red line is equal to 2. So we are just helping those who are not around. But find for me the rest. Find for me the rest. So you just type in the chat that A, Shayla, yes, feel free to type in the chat that you tell us A, my gradient is this. B, my gradient is this. C, my gradient is this. Yeah. So those who finish. I'm looking in the chat to observe. B is 2. A is 1. So that's what according Martha K is saying A for him is getting, for her she's getting 1. Faith O is saying A is 1. Washeba Alan A is 1. Aini Sala A is 1. Audrey A is 1. Danita A is 1. B is 2. C is -2. Okay. C is 2. Joseph B is 2. Adela A is 1. C -2. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Okay. In case you feel you are not getting how people are getting those beautiful answers, kindly raise up your hand and ask. In case you are not getting those answers, people are getting those beautiful answers, raise up the hand such that we can help. Okay. Yes, Grace be the first, and then Grace.
Teacher, I'm not understanding those things of run and race, and even the way they get the gradient here.
Okay, now stay on, don't mute. Like we have said, a run. Run means something that is going horizontally like that. Then rise, like the way you had rise, go up, it means something going up. Now, for any line you have drawn, in order for you to be able to obtain the gradient, you must come up with a slope. So to get that slope, draw a right-angled triangle. Choose any 2 points along your line. I can decide to choose this point and maybe this point. When you look at those points, I'll come like this, then I go up like that. Then you count from horizontally. How many steps do you move? That I move 1, 2. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Tell me, how many steps do you move up?
4.
4. So to obtain your gradient, your rise, you have moved 4 steps. Run, you have moved 2. So you end up with 2 as your gradient.
Okay.
Okay.
What if
yes?
What if I draw my run from here on 3 up, positive 3.
And where? Up.
Going this side where this blue line is.
Like this?
Yeah.
And then you come down?
Yes.
It is also okay that here you are moving to the left, you are moving to the downwards. So what you need to know that when you are moving to the left, you are moving in negative. So that will be -2. When you are moving down, you are moving down. So that is going to be -4.
Negative. Okay,
so you say -4 out of -2, which is 2.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, you get the same answer. Okay. Okay. Tekino. Okay. I feel all of us are on the same page. So now you're going to draw for me that table in your book. Draw for me this table and we do the next activity. Draw for me this table in your book. Just draw the table. Draw the table. Draw the table. After drawing the table, I'm going to ask you something. Take an example. Our first line. Here you are going to put your lines. Put all the 3 lines. The first line was y is equal to x minus 4. Put it there. Put the second one and the third. Hope people have finished. Okay. Trisha, you are going to check out on your 2.5 on C. There was a problem. Okay. I don't recall. Okay. And always, Trisha, don't forget, you look at the line, you can tell that this one is going to be negative. 2x plus 3, negative. So I'm just, I wanted to just copy this line. Y is equal to 2x plus 3, and y is negative 2x minus 3. Hoping those are the lines we have. 2x plus 3. Okay. Okay. Are we on the table? Is everyone on this table? Kindly mute, unmute and tell us. Are we on the same table?
Here.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, same.
Yeah. Okay. Now let me mute you. Let me mute you. Okay. Now the next question. Put yourself the gradients you have obtained. Tekino, mute. Tekino, what are you saying? Oh, I'm not getting taken. Put your gradients the way you obtain them. So I'm going to put the gradients. People were telling me, but someone can raise up the hand and tells us. Let me. Okay, Patricia.
My gradient for the first one is 1.
1.
Second one is 2. The third one is -2.
-2. Okay, good. Now I'm going to take you back to the graphs. We are getting the next part. We are getting the next thing. The point where it cuts the y-axis. So I want you to look at, we are going to first look at the first line. I want you to observe the first line. What point, hope you know the y-axis. Y-axis is this vertical one. What point is that your graph is cutting? Use the chart. 0, 4. Really, Grace? Grace? Yes, I want, just mention for me the point where your is cutting the y-axis. Thank you, Alinaitwi. Thank you, Rama. Yes, thank you, Sheila. Hope everyone is noticing that point. So when you look at your graph, this is the point. I'm looking at the first line. I think this is the first line. This is the point here. This is the y-axis. This is the point that we are reading. So this point, and for this graph, I read off this point. For this graph, I read off that point. Okay, good. I'm now taking you back. Can someone raise up the hand and tell us what we shall write here? The points. Who is giving us that answer? Someone. Okay, Alinaitwi. Let me start with Alinaitwi. I'm telling people to, anyone who gets the chance. Infinix, Alinaitwi, any.
It's 4.
Where? The first one?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. 0, 5. It's 4. -4.
-4. Good. For the second one, Alinaitwe.
For the second one, I think it's +3.
+3. Good. Then the last one.
-3.
-3. Now, I want you to make a good observation. A good observation between the equation of a line, the gradient, and a point, and you make a conclusion. You can first type in the chat. I want you to observe very well. What kind of relation? What are you noticing? There is, I want you to first check. Yes, anyone? Let us first use the chat before we get someone to tell us. I want you to observe very well. There is something. Let me even allow it first unmute a bit. Are you people observing something?
Yes.
Yes.
What are we observing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
The equation.
Values and the point at where it cuts.
Okay, let me now mute you. Let me mute you such that we can be a bit organized. But I want someone who has not said anything. Let me see. Oh, these ones have said something. Let me check. Audrey?
Teacher, I really don't know what to say, but I've noticed that they're the same.
They're the same. What, let me, Audrey, you tell us, imagine I have this. Imagine this is my line. I add down here. I add y is equal to 3x plus 4. Audrey, can you tell us what you think the gradient is going to be?
When I use, wait.
Yes, I want you to just use now the observation.
Okay, my observation that the gradient will be 3.
Perfect. Here.
And then that would be positive 4.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hope everyone is noticing that. Lomu Joshua, tell us something. Joshua.
Yes, me, my observation is that the gradient and the point where it cuts the y-axis, let us see, because like on the first equation, y is equal to x minus 4. Remember, there's always an invisible one near x. So you realize that makes it so as seeing it manifest itself as the y-axis.
Okay.
Point where it cuts at the y-axis.
Okay, good. Eunice, you had something. So that is, write that observation somewhere. Yes, Eunice. Okay, Eunice, unmute.
Is some of the point where it cuts the x-axis.
Okay, very good. Now I'm going to put here very many equations. Now, I want you to take note that always the value that accompanies the x is your gradient. The value that comes after is your intercept. And from today onwards, whenever they ask you for the equation of a line, an equation of a line is always written in the form y is equal to mx plus c. Whenever you find this, friends, know that is a line. Whether you make a mistake, whether you do what, it must come out as a line. As long as you look at your equation, when it is like this, it must be a line. Whether you make a mistake in plotting, no, it is a line. And now that you have learned gradient, whenever you find that this m, the value, the coefficient of x, the number that is with x, whenever you find that it is a positive, then also you have to reason that that one, it will always come like that, because we said positive gradients run like that. When you find it is a negative, it will run like that. So please reason always, always, always. Okay, I think now we are good to go, unless someone has a bad question. Patricia.
Yes, sir. Okay. I'm sorry to take others back, but I understood very well. Like the first one, y is equal to x minus 4. Look, I haven't understood clearly how the gradient, like, I just know how to say it, but I've not yet understood very well.
Oh, okay, Patricia, are you not seeing it? Here, there is an invisible one. Like in math, we rarely write something like this. Whenever we find that the coefficient is 1, we tend to drop it. So the number that is with x is this one. I don't know whether that is okay, Patricia.
It is, but the one that you put down, like y is equal to 3x plus.
Yes. Now, Patricia, what we are looking at, when you look at all the answers we got, you are noticing that any value that was with x became the gradient. Any value that was x became the gradient. So from this one, you can easily notice that any value with x becomes the gradient. Is that fine?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. 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 I think we can now continue and write something. So please take note of that. I want us have, okay. Okay, I'm going to jump this. Allow me to jump this data screen. Okay. So I want you to summarize this. Let me first clean this data screen and you make a summary. So we are going to make a conclusion. In fact, let me take you back a bit before even we look at this. Yes. I think, let me off just a minute, don't worry. I want to take you back. I want to take you back and we do something very fast. Okay. Now I want you now today that we first master this. Like I have told you, always that number, whenever you have this number that comes with x is always what we call the gradient. And we said we represent it by m. This number that comes later on is what we call the intercept. And it's what we call the y-intercept. So we are going to be very quick and we check our source. I have this equation. In the chat, just type quickly, what is your gradient? Gradient, we have said we use m to mean gradient. And we use C to mean the intercept. So this is number 1. Type for me in the chat quickly. I'm putting number 2, what your gradients are. Number 3, so you type number 1, I'm getting this. Number 3 is this. Type in the chat, I am checking whether people have understood that concept. Type what is your gradient and what is your intercept. Yes, okay, good. Okay. So people have typed that. So please, always, whenever they give it to you, that's how we do it. Okay, good. Now, what thing are you going to notice? Well, always, like I've told you, the standard equation is mx plus c. So, take an example. Should you find your equation like this, something like this, please here, first make sure that y doesn't have any digit with it. So your first task always is going to be to first remove this before you equate what your gradient is. So you first say by 2, by 2, by 2. So your equation becomes y is equal to 2x plus 4. So this is where you start equating your gradient is 2 and intercept is 4. But in case you find it is like this, always that is the first thing you do. First remove the number with the y and make sure y is on its own side. Nothing accompanies it. Okay. Trisha?
So what if the number is not divisible by the
it is very
M
okay.
and
it is very okay. You can find something like this. It can be a fraction. It can be a fraction. Eh? So you just say this and this cancel. You say your gradient is 8 out of 3. It is very okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now we are going to go and summarize. So that's what I wanted us to look at. Gradients. And now we are going to, let me see how many minutes we have that are remaining. Okay. Now can we just summarize, oh, sorry. Hey. Summarize that. Yes, change something. Unmute.
Okay, sir, I've understood everything that the equation contains all the answers of the gradient and the y-intercept. So is it okay, like in a question, you just go on like using your logic, you just say m is equals to this, c is equals to this without...
Yes, it's very okay.
Sir,
yes.
When they ask for the work...
Oh, no, now for those ones, we are going to look at them. But these ones, it is usually 1 mark and doesn't have a specific working, just extracting. When you finish, Tasha?
Let me say, like, they've asked you, like, what is the equation of the line? And then you just use this concept and just give the equation without any working. Do they give you the mark?
Yeah, they will give you. Most so now, like when it comes to those graphs, that's when they can ask you such.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm failing. Galaxy, I've been failing to get you. Galaxy. Yes.
I'm not understanding. I ended understanding when we were finding the gradients where the formula was raise over run.
So where are you getting the challenge? Where?
Getting the raise, getting the gradient when we're using the formula of raise over run. Yeah.
Okay. Is this your first lesson? Oh.
Yes, my first lesson.
Yes, like we said, don't go off. We said when it comes to the rise means this, the vertical one. Then we said run is this horizontal one. And we said that gradient is always given by rise out of the run. So what you do for the rise, count how many units do you have? Then put your value there. Go to the run. How many units do you have? Then put the value there. Is that fine?
We count the boxes.
Yes, you count the boxes. How many boxes are there? And what is contained, but always observe what is contained in one box. Is it 1 unit? Are they 2? Like that.
Okay. But I was using a book.
Yes?
I was using a book.
Now, in case you,
graph book.
okay, now for the, if you have, now that one, now you need to learn the formula. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, there is a formula y2 minus y1 out of x2 minus x1. Yes. So I think what you are going to do after the lesson, you are going to sit down and watch the other video such that you can move on the same pace.
Okay.
Okay.
And another thing, at first, no, you still.
Okay. Hope people have finished. Yes. Let me hope people have finished. In case you have finished, type in the chat. Type in the chat. Type in the chat. Those who have finished, done. Okay. Okay. Bridget.
So I wanted to inquire, how is this knowledge of gradients like, how is it useful?
I'm not getting you. John's your internet. You are breaking. Jones, type in the chat. Type in the chat.
For me, my question is, okay, if the equation of the line, okay, it has the y-intercept. So where do we find the x-intercept?
Okay, good. Okay, let me now go back. Now, I'm taking you to these beautiful graphs here. Now, when we talk about an intercept, the point where your graph cuts the x-axis, we call it the x-intercept. This is the x-intercept. Now, the point where your line, for this case, our line is cutting the point here. This is what we call the x-intercept. The point where your line cuts the y here, we call this one the y-intercept. Intercepting is like when you have been moving you've been traveling somewhere and someone comes and cuts you off. So you intercept something. When you look at the blue line, this point here along the y-axis is what we call the y-intercept. This point where the blue line cuts is what we call the x-intercept. This point here, we call it the y. This point, we call the x-intercept. So x is along the horizontal axis, and then the y is along the y-axis. Hope that is very fine. The person
yes,
who
it's
has...
fine, but it means that the x-intercept is not in the equation.
Yes, it is not in the equation. Very right. It's not. Yes.
Okay, I've understood.
Yes. So for x-intercept is never in the equation. You have to find it. Okay. Now we come back here. We come back here. We come back here. Come back here. Now they are going to be asking you, find the y and the x-intercept. The two things you need to know that whenever they tell you the y-intercept, one thing you need to know, always your x will equal to 0. That is for y-intercept. So just come in your equation, y is equal to 2x plus 4. So that means x is 0, I'll have y is equal to 2 times 0 plus 4, and my y will equal to 0 plus 4. My y is equal to 4. So my y-intercept is going to be 0, 4. So for y-intercept, always this x value is 0. When it comes to the x-intercept, I'll come and I say x-intercept. What is very special about the x-intercept? Y is equal to 0. So I think you are noting the difference. Y, x is 0. x, y is 0. So come back to your equation. Y is equal to 2x plus 4. Then say y is 0. What is x? I say it's equal to 2x plus 4. Now, once you reach here, you are going to solve this equation. Get this 4, bring it this side. So I will say 0 minus 4 is equal to 2x plus 4 minus 4. 0 minus 4 is negative 4 is equal to 2x. I divide by 2, I divide by 2. So negative 2 is equal to x. Therefore, I will come and write negative 2 and 0. Hope that is okay. Next, a question? Oh, I think I'm not getting your network.
Okay, you've used the x.
Yes?
But you have a question.
Yes.
0 is not shown anywhere. So you
Yes.
use any number of your own choice?
No, 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 no. This is something special because you know that when you look at the coordinate axis, when we have said y-intercept means a point where your line cuts the y-axis. And at this point, we know that this point here, we know that x at this point is 0. That is very sure. You know that at this point here, x is 0. So that's why we are using. And we know that the moment it cuts here, still the y point is 0. In simple terms, hope you remember that x, the y-axis, we call it the point x is equal to 0. And the x-axis, we call it the line y is equal to 0. So anything that cuts it at any point, it will mean y is equal to 0. Anything that cuts the x-axis at this point here, we shall say x is equal to 0. Hope that is okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Lastly, Sheila.
Now today you've had me. I'm asking.
I'm saying negative 2 is y, but 0 is x. Why isn't 0 this side? Because x is always the
No. Now, Sheila, one thing you need to know is that when you look at when you go down here, this is 0. Yes. This is what? When you are going down?
Negative 1. Negative 2.
So, meaning that y values can be also negative.
Yes.
Yes. And when you go this side, you'll have what? Negative 1, negative 2. So x can also be negative.
Negative.
Yeah.
What I was asking, always x must be the first x, y. X, y, yes. But here it is y, x.
Where? Remember x here, x is 0.
Yes.
So that's why x here is 0. And we have obtained our y as 4. So y is 4. When you look at the second one, x is negative 2. That's why we have started with y. And y is 0.
Okay.
Let me see.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Allow me to mute you. Then can you try for me the second one? The second one, try for me this number. Find the x-intercept and find the y-intercept. So I want you to quote that at y-intercept, x is equal to 0. Find that one. Go to the x-intercept, say y is equal to 0. So let's first try that. Try. Try. When you finish, feel free to post your answers. Post. But I'm there. Zanita, that is very correct. Zanita, that is very correct. At the y-intercept, x is 0, and the x-intercept, y is 0. Nairobi is saying y-intercept is 0, 1. Good. Technopop. Technopop.
Y-intercept is 0, 1.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. So try. Yes. Okay. Yes, Grace, you have a question?
No, I'm just
Okay.
giving my answer.
Okay.
The x-intercept is -1, 0. And then
X-intercept is? How did you get the x-intercept?
Y equals to 0.
So we put where there is y, we shall put 0, not so?
Yes, plus
So
x equals to 1.
So we shall say 0 plus?
Plus x equals to 1. Then we shall take 0 the other side of the equal sign. So x equals to 1 minus 0. Wait. Is it?
1 minus 0 is?
1.
So what are your coordinates?
1, 1, 0.
So, and your y-intercept, hope people are getting.
X equals to 0.
X is equal to 0. So your coordinate?
-1, 0.
That's where now you are getting, Good, substitute very well.
X equals to 0.
So
then
y plus 0
equals to 1. Y equals to 0. Y equals to 1 minus 0. Then y equals to 1. So the point is 0, 1.
Okay. So let me hope those are the. Okay, very good. The answers I'm seeing in the chat are very, very fine. So allow me to clean the board, hoping that at least we're on the same page. So when it comes to the y-intercept, it is very okay for you to read it off quickly. When it comes to the x-intercept, that one you must calculate. That one you must calculate unless when you have the graph drawn already. But in case it is in an equation form, then, I will save. But I'm going to send you this work to just look through. But I want just to make some emphasis on two things. Number one, you will try out to extract the gradient. Number two is where I want to emphasize that whenever you find your equation, when it is not in this format of mx plus c, please first make sure you write it in that format. After writing it in that format, that's when you can go on and read off your gradient. So take an example for y plus 3 is equal to -2x. I'm going to first remove that 3, take it this side. So I say y is equal to -2x minus 3. So this way I can go on, read off my gradient, read off the intercept. Once you find that it's not arranged in this form, y is equal to, then you cannot read your gradient. So allow me, I'm going to send this work. I'm going to send this work after the lesson, but I want us to do, for us to do some quick one, a very quick quiz. Hope I'm still heard. Are people hearing? Let me first stop even the recording because now we are going to look at a quiz.